told me when I met you, you love shabby chic and chrome. When you're not here and far away, I make you a loving home. I got tables, I got chairs, and I've got some paint to spare. In the evenings I set to work when I got lights to see. Yeah, I rub them down and I paint them sweet to make you a loving home. And I always remember you love shabby chic and chrome. I always remember you love shabby chic and chrome to make you a loving home. Shabby chic and chrome.
Hello everybody, and I'm going to run you through how I strip this really nice H.M.V record cabinet. So this is from the 1950s, and the little story behind this is that I purchased this from a lady in Nottingham, and she'd done a little bit of work on the doors, as you can see. She'd done some stenciling, so she'd actually stripped the cabinet back, put some stickers on, and then varnished over the stickers, pulled them off, and this leaves this rather attractive stencil pattern. Well, I decided I want to put the cabinet back to its original condition, so I thought people might be interested in seeing how I strip it. So to start with, we've got a non-caustic biodegradable stripper. So if you've ever used the old-fashioned stuff, the stuff that used to burn your hands, I mean, this stuff is still fairly potent, so you don't want to be getting it on your skin. That's why I'm wearing gloves, and I'm applying it liberally with an acrylic paintbrush, just a cheap brush I've got knocking around. So I'm going to spread it all over the piece. So what's happened is the lady has put a polyurethane varnish on after she'd stripped it. So I don't know how long ago, but it looked to me like there was a couple of good coats. But this paint strip you see I'm using is really good. I didn't think it would be this good. So I go all around the piece, and where there's this polyurethane varnish, I'm going to give it a good layer. This is in my backyard, and it was very cold, so I didn't even know if the stripper would work. But anyway, after leaving it for about half an hour, I used a brand new flexible scraper, just the ordinary type of thing you could buy from a DIY store, and you can see there it's pushing off. Really is satisfying. Makes a lovely crispy sound when you push it off. And there you go, it kind of turns the varnish to a jelly. It softens it up more than bubbles it up. So just go across the piece, making sure I follow the grain, don't go against the grain. So you can see the grain is horizontal there. Just gently get a grip on it and push it off. So here I've just got a bucket of warm water. I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of fairy liquid detergent, washing up liquid, and mix it thoroughly with a brush. I'll be using that brush again later on. So I've managed to scrape off the thick layer, which includes some of the varnish, and remove most of the paint stripper, but there's still a residue of stripper all over the cabinet, which you can't quite see, but it's there. So all I've done is wrap the scraper in a microfiber cloth and just gently wiping it off. Just make sure you get it out the corners there. And I'll keep moving the cloth around the scraper as I'm wiping it away. So the point of doing this is the next stage I'm going to be using the wire wool you see on the left there. But if I try to wire wool the wood, it'll clog the wire wool up within seconds. It'll be useless. So I'm going to shift it all up. I think trying to use just a cloth to get it off, it'll just spread it around. And as you can see, there's a really nice walnut grain coming through. So this cabinet is just veneered, it's not a solid wood cabinet. It's got a thin veneer on it, which is typical of 1940s, 50s furniture. And as you can see, when I wipe it, the grain really does leap out. It's an absolutely beautiful pattern on there, matched right down the centre, so it gives it that lovely triangle. So after I've wiped the cloth with the wiped the table with the cloth, I'm now going to go over it with the wire wool. So following the grain, always follow the grain. Don't go across the grain because you'll leave little scratch marks. This is a medium wire wool. It's not very coarse. It's not too smooth. So any tiny little bits of varnish that are on the surface of the cupboard, called it a table earlier, it's a cupboard, will come off with the wire wool. Here I'm just using a steel edge, which is actually a little steel ruler, just to scrape out any little bits from the detail. So all I'm doing, I'm really not scraping that much, I'm just sliding along, just pushing it off. You'll see it's pulling quite a bit of varnish off as it goes. Here a little bit closer up. So in this video there's a lot of jump cuts, because I've been told off before for them being a little bit too long, which they were. So then we'll follow the grain. And I'm giving it another quick wipe with the cloth. It's hard to see, but there's still a lot of stripper on the edges, and I'm trying not to touch the back of the doors because I'm not stripping those. They've got the original H.M.V logo transfer on the back. They're still in good condition. I absolutely love this cabinet because inside all the original record dividers, the little beech dividers, are all still there, all still intact. So it's quite a rare piece in that respect. So I'm using the steel edge again, just to push away a few stubborn little bits of varnish from these corners in the detail, just underneath a tiny hinge there. So just use the flat edge of the scraper, and it comes off very easily. And then again, just remove any debris with the wire wool. Right, so I've got the brush here. Wet it, shake it out. We don't want it wet. We don't want to be running water all over the cabinet while it's in this state. So all I'm doing here is I'm brushing away the final remnants of stripper. Just using the brush just to wipe it off and then wipe it onto the cloth, get rid of it. And there's the strip piece. So the little murals have gone off the doors and you can really see the grain. It is beautiful. I can't wait to varnish it, but that'll be another video. And that's the top. It's just beautiful, absolutely stunning. Okay, thank you for watching. See you soon.